Hello, Madonna fans and friends, and welcome to another episode of Diva News. It's Miriam here, and we've got a lot to get to this week. As you all know, Deadpool versus Wolverine. Madonna was at the premiere on Monday night, and we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about a single of Madonna's from her past in the 80s that has made a resurface on the Billboard charts. Can you guess which one it is? As well as a lot of our favorite features, Collectible Corner, our secret photo of the week, and your fan feedback. So let's get into it and talk about Deadpool versus Wolverine. And do we love this photo? Yes, this is amazing. Love this shot. And Madonna had posted, OMG, Deadpool is here, and we're ready for it. So we knew about this coming into, it's been a few months now, or maybe a month, that we saw the preview trailer for this movie. And those of you in this universe of Deadpool, the Deadpool series, and Wolverine from X-Men will be very excited about the movie pairing. But also, what was really surprising was this particular song in the background of one of the most pivotal scenes in the movie. And Madonna herself was very influential in the filming of this scene, apparently. According to Ryan Reynolds, um, basically, she did a lot of the choreo for them. She kind of went in and, you know how she does with her concerts, she put some notes down, said, you need to do it this way, and Ryan took her advice. He's the one that approached her in the first place to get the song, and she brought her A game on it. Of course, she's not in the movie, but it has all of her touches in that scene, and that made, as he said, made the scene so much more powerful. And as everyone in the trailer has seen it, and it just got the excitement so up to a fever pitch for this movie, that this song went so well with that scene. And I would have never thought of something like this would match a movie like this, but I'm so happy for it to have this chance for a new generation to hear this song and to appreciate it in this way. And of course, Madonna made an appearance at the premiere on Monday night. She brought her daughters Stella and Esther with her, and they were having a great time seeing the movie. And it was also revealed that Madonna's son David was the big fan of this series and kind of motivated Madonna to get involved. So just seeing her at a movie premiere and of course her working on the biopic, that was very exciting. We're so happy that she's a part of this project. Would have been nice if it was like Die Another Day and we got a little cameo, her doing her thing, but that's okay. We still get, her influence from the scene um, and what she was able to bring to the table with her song. It's her song. She knows best how it's going to fit emotionally in the movie. So, and maybe this will help the song once again get up there in the charts, because I think when they showed the trailer, it started to show up in the charts as people started to go and check out the song, and a whole new generation of fans are taking to getting involved in late 80s Madonna, appreciating her music. And so it's just another way. I always say, if Madonna would have her songs out in more things, movies, TV shows, commercials, we really grab that young audience, because they're just not hearing her enough out there. The radio won't play her, which is a real shame. But this is the best way we can get her name out there and get people to appreciate the classic Madonna hits in a whole new way. So we're so happy that she made an appearance, and we're excited for this movie. Are you going to go see the movie and see the scene in person at the theaters? Let us know in the comments. Speaking of classic Madonna songs, we have some more news to share with you guys about another Madonna classic that we had recently had released as a digital single a few weeks back, which was Who's That Girl? And apparently Who's That Girl is doing extremely well on the charts, having a resurface that we could not have expected. In fact, it is appearing on the dance and electronic charts, and I think it was debuting at number 9, which is incredible considering there isn't really anything tied into this song that I know of. Of course, we think this may have something to do with the biopic title, or at least her working title right now. But that's like, I don't know if that would have much to do with the success on the charts, or maybe just people wanting to hear this song again, which I am all for. I mean, this is a song when it came out back in 1987 that I just lived for. I think there's a tape of me somewhere singing along, which no one should ever have to hear. That's something you should just just think about and then forget it ever happened. but but we all loved this song back then. It was just a fun sing-along song. And of course, there was the tour, the movie. It was the summer of Madonna. And so it's wonderful to hear that it's on a chart that it never actually was on before. I don't know if that's because of any remixes that came out with the digital single, as I don't do streaming at this point. I'd like to sometime. Being visually impaired, I'm not real up on these things, but I did get a tablet recently. Maybe I'll figure this stuff out. But if it came with some extras and that's why it's on dance electronic charts, maybe you can let us in on that. Tell us about it, what you're seeing as far as the chart progression, because it's just a big, exciting news on top of course, Like a Prayer for Deadpool versus Wolverine. It'll probably make a resurface as well, just giving us that excitement as we get ready for the biopic, and who knows, maybe some of those Warner remaster albums are finally going to see the light of day now that people are hearing more of old classic Madonna music and might be craving it and having it in their collection. So we can wait and see on that. Speaking of music, Madonna made an appearance recently with Stuart Price. I don't know if he had some new project that came out. Maybe anyone in the comments can share any details they know, but they were pictured together, and everyone's talking about what could that mean. I mean, obviously he helped work on the Celebration tour. Maybe they're working on that, but it could also be something else. You know, we're waiting. So if there's new music coming or something else, album, because who knows, while they were working on the tour together, maybe some songs got made for a possible new album. And we are ready for it. We are beyond ready for it, Madonna. Bring it on. So let's keep our eyes open for that. And what could that mean? And I want to give a big shout out. Thank you for all of this information that I grabbed from Madonna News. Now, Madonna News is on Facebook as a group. It's a huge group with constant daily updates of news. You'll want to check them out. It's 2 words, Madonna News, and be a part of that community. So those are some of our latest news updates. And now it's time for a special edition of Collectible Corner. And you know, we are just a few days away from the anniversary of the first album, which came out on July 27th, 1983. 41 years, people. OMG. This album is so incredible. So many great. I mean, we think about 8 songs and 5 hits. 5 singles, 5 hits. It's incredible. But I wanted to share this collectible that I got from a friend of mine back in the day, back in the early 90s. He went to an estate sale, my friend Michael Reeves, and found this promotional wristband. You remember these things? They were all the rage back in the 80s. Everyone was wearing some form of this, maybe Pac-Man, maybe, neon colors or whatever, 80s stuff. And apparently there was one for the first album. We see Madonna in red and white letters in a red wristband. Red and white were colors of the album. And it's just so incredibly rare. I have yet to see anyone else have this or where it came from. It looks basically official. It's got the Sire logo and the whole thing. But there's not a lot of detail. And much like I shared with you guys the Express Yourself first edition, I'm curious if anyone else has seen this, and if you have any knowledge about it, if it was something that they put out when the album came out and people could get a free wristband when they bought the album. Because I was not, at that time I was not a fan yet. I didn't know about her until 1984 with Lucky Star. So I am very curious about this one. But let's celebrate the first album, an amazing album. Time to go get that thing out and enjoy those songs, those classic Madonna songs. And tell me when you first listened to the first album. Let's have some first album memories. And now it's time for another edition of Fan Feedback. And I want to thank everyone who offered their comments and feedback on the last video. We didn't have a lot of views, so if you missed it, make sure you go back a video and check it out. It was all about the biopic with some new hints at what it might be called and some really fun other stuff that you might want to see. And so let's talk about some of the comments we received. And the first one was from Bubble Mix 96 Remixes, at Bubble Mix 96 Remixes. And they said, I really enjoy your Madonna news, and your thoughts on all things M. And they said the framed piece that I shared from my collection is awesome. And if you're wondering what that framed piece is, you'll want to check that video out. But just to give you an idea, it was an icon contest back in the early 90s for a certain movie, a very iconic movie. If you've ever wanted to see a piece of history from that movie, you might want to check that out. But I thank you so much, Bubble Mix 96, for your comment, and I'm happy that I'm able to bring some fun as well as the news every week, and I'm glad that it's giving you lots of different things to look at. Because I want to bring not just the news, but a lot of fan-related stuff. So I'm glad that it's being successful in that regard. And our second comment is from at Moonstone1159, and they said, "Great news about the biopic. Let's hope that it gets released in a timely manner, in a timely fashion." I might be paraphrasing here because I can't see the comments, but yes, we've waited a long time for this. Of course, there was that in-between break, which was the celebration tour. I don't think we're going to be too sad about that. That was an amazing break that we took. But now it's finally here. She's getting all of her ducks in a row, and it'll be great to see that now that she's had the tour and a chance to see what worked and what elements that she was able to bring to the table in terms of her life story, what pieces that she might add, what she might subtract, what she might change that might inform the movie in a whole new way. And I really do hope it's a theatrical movie. I would love to see it in the theater. I know many have said let's make it a series, but I don't know how many people would watch it. I feel that streaming TV programs have some traction, but when it comes to award shows and all the things that we tend to notice about these biopics, that theatrical release is so crucial, I think, especially like right now with this Deadpool versus Wolverine, that we're getting it in the theater and her song in the theater, and it's going to have an impact for people hearing that song. So I think I'm on the team theater. Let's hope that that's what the way it'll be released. But thank you again, everyone, for your fan feedback, and continue to comment on whatever the videos that we're talking about or anything else you want to talk about. And you may be featured in a future episode. And now it's time for our secret photo of the week. And of course, we're celebrating the anniversary of the first album, 41 years, OMG. But these are some of those exclusive photos that we got from Richard Corman, probably around the same time the album came out. I don't know how many of you have this book, but it's called Richard Corman, Madonna, New York, 1983. And it's a great book to have in the collection. So many rare photos we haven't seen anywhere before that he shared with us. Thank you, Richard, so much for these amazing photos. And I love this one. This is such a great artistic shot of her in the throes of the beginnings of her career, which is now 41 years later. But an amazing time, an amazing album. Just even now, listening to these songs, they're so iconic, so classic. And that's what's so wonderful about some of what we talked about today, the fact that the songs are making a resurface either on the charts or in movies. I think it's important that we have this classic history shared with newer generations that aren't really aware of it or didn't grow up with it. So I'm really happy for that. And but of course, we're also happy if the Stuart Price situation turns into something more. Let's see what happens, right? But I want to thank everyone for joining us this week for the latest episode and updates of Diva News. And if you have any comments about anything we discussed or anything else you might want to talk about, future episode topics you might want us to talk about, or other types of videos, please let us know. We are also on Facebook at Madonna Everybody Fan Club. We are also on Instagram at Madonna EFC. And of course, please like and subscribe here. If you want to give us some constructive feedback, that's always welcome. As a visually impaired, I'm always looking to improve. So I look forward to your ideas. And thank you so much again. We have a big day coming up soon, Madonna's birthday. So we'll be having a contest in our Facebook group club very soon here being announced. And I'll let you guys know so you can hop on over and enter. So thanks again, everyone. And we'll see you next week. Dance and sing, get up and do your thing. Thank you for joining us here at Madonna Everybody Fan Club channel, and I hope you enjoyed our latest video. I hope that you will join us here by liking and subscribing. And also, we have social media with Facebook. We have Madonna Everybody Fan Club, over 5,000 Madonna fans to join. And we have an Instagram at Madonna EFC. So make sure you check those out, as well as a page on Facebook, Madonna Everybody Fan Club, to follow. So definitely check out those social media platforms and join us there. We have contests, we have Fan of the Month, and we have features and lots of great fans to meet. But more importantly, we'd love to hear from you. Make sure you comment on this video and let us know if there's anything you'd like us to talk about or any future video topics you'd like to see. And thank you again for joining our Madonna family. Music does make the people come together. Thanks, everyone.